right, so LSU came into the weekend ranked number 3. They go down to Bama. So a little bit of shakeup, I think, in our top 5. I think it's safe to say we can start with who we've always had, number 1 and 2. Let's start from the bottom, working to the top. Joey, who you got at 5 this week?
I'm going to take Georgia looking at number 5. In the SEC East Championship game against Kentucky, Georgia ran the football 330 yards. When they run the ball, it takes the pressure off Jake Fromm. The defense the past 2 games created 5 turnovers. They are peaking, looking pretty good.
Yeah, I got Georgia at number 5 as well. They kind of lost that identity when they lost against LSU a couple weeks ago, but these last 2 weeks now, they're back to running the football. They're going to need it next week, too. They're going to play against a good Auburn defense, so I've got Georgia right now sitting at number 5. Who you got at 4?
I'm going to go with Michigan. Higdon, just another 100-yard rushing game. I believe that's 7 for him on the season. After the first loss of the season against Notre Dame, 8-game win streak. Michigan on defense, the number 1 rated defense in the country. Looking a lot like that Alabama defense we've been seeing dominating up front with their front four.
Yeah, I think I'm moving Michigan into my top 4 now. I think a lot of people around the country, I think, will as well. I would argue their win against Penn State was as dominant and as impressive as anybody's this past weekend. Just really good complementary football. Running the ball, playing great defense right now. Jim Harbaugh has to love the way Michigan's playing at this point.
Yeah, and I think everyone's going to have about this top 5. Notre Dame moves into the 3 spot. Probably their toughest game left on their schedule was a Northwestern team. It was on a 4-game win streak. It wasn't easy, but if you're Notre Dame and the way they looked in this game, having to win it late, having to hold on, close game, you need this, honestly. Yeah. Going into the playoff, you need to run the rest of your schedule. If you're Notre Dame, feel pretty good about the way you played against Northwestern this week.
Yeah, I agree, too. It was really the first time we saw Dexter Williams slow down running the ball, so they needed Ian Book to play well on the road, and they did. I think what's interesting, all 3 of these teams, or 5 of these teams in our top 5, Joey, they're all peaking right now, playing fantastic football. It'll be interesting to see which of these teams can maintain that A game week in, week out. We got some big challenges coming up. We already know the SEC Championship game is set next week. Yeah, of course, Michigan and Ohio State down the road. It was Statement Saturday, Cotter. All these 5 teams on both of our lists made big statements this weekend.